Now, the first mistake that I see a lot of artists, makers, and even small businesses making is that they don't really have a clear target ideal customer in mind. And when they're trying to sell to everybody, you're selling to nobody, right? Because there's not any brand that can appeal to every single person. Think about it. Even a brand as popular as Nike or Coca-Cola, they don't always appeal to every single person. And frankly, you as a small business don't have the marketing budget to try to appeal to every single person anyway. It's much easier to narrow in on a smaller group of people who are very in line with what you make and the types of things that you create, the types of messages that you share. It's much easier to connect with those people on a smaller level than to try to appeal to every single person. So target market can include things like gender, age, how much money a person makes in a year. Do they have kids? Do they have a dog? Those sorts of things, basic demographics. Where do they live, right? That stuff's really important. But also think about all of those softer skills, like what motivates them, what type of TV shows do they watch, what sorts of causes are they really passionate about, do they give money to charity, and if so, what charities? Now, for a lot of artists and makers, I think that these people, these target customers, are often very similar to us because while they're not maybe making the exact same things, right, they don't feel like they're as creative perhaps, but they often are inspired by similar things. So if we're an artist that is very passionate about environmentalism and that shows through in our work and we use recycled materials, that's something that your ideal customer is probably also equally passionate about. They're looking to buy from manufacturers and companies that value the same things as them. So think about your values that are part of your work and think about the same types of people that align with those values. Think about the big companies where they shop. So taking the example of the environmentalist, right? If you work with recycled materials, all of your customers are they care a lot about the environment. Maybe they also eat Ben & Jerry's ice cream because that company is famously involved in social responsibility and the environment and all that good stuff, right? Maybe they shop at Patagonia, which is a very eco-friendly brand that is aligned with all of those same causes. So the more that you can get clear on who that person is, your ideal customer, and have them in your head, it's going to make it so much easier to share your work on your website, on social media. You're going to have a much clearer idea of who you're speaking to. And even better, if you do in-person events like craft shows or art gallery openings or other events where you can actually see and meet your customers face to face, it's going to help you even more because you're going to literally have an idea of certain people in your mind that fit that ideal customer, and you can keep those people in your mind when you're writing product descriptions, when you're creating content for social media. So first, that's the main thing that I want you to not make that mistake. I want you to get clear on who your perfect people are and think about them and put them at the forefront of everything that you do. Next up, step 2.